What's up, YouTube? What's up? This is your host with the most, King Geo. You're not gonna have the King Geo logo here because I'm not in my studio. I am upstairs. I'm too cold, and I want to apologize for yesterday. I didn't do a live yesterday. Yesterday was my daughter's birthday, so we were doing something. So I do apologize for that, guys. We were doing something. So I do apologize for that. Lower that down. Feel me? So how you guys been doing? How you guys been doing today? How was your day? How is your day? Well, thank you for Rayu's for your positive thoughts. I mean, your positive vibes. She defended me because someone said thumbs down. She goes, "Yo, who gave Kiki thumbs down?" Probably some hater. But yeah, man. Like I said, I'm a Renaissance. I got myself a job. Actually, two of them, but I only want. I only all I need is one. So before I start, anyway, I want to say shout out to my brother that he came out. He has COVID-19. He came out positive yesterday. Was it? Yeah, no, Tuesday. So no, yesterday. I'm sorry. He came out positive for COVID. He is fully vaccinated, so he is isolated, and he's a registered nurse. So he went on to Florida, and for his son's, for my nephew's volleyball practice. I mean soccer practice and a game actually. That's where he probably caught it. So guys, still, even though you're vaccinated, mask up. It's very important. Mask up. Just because you're vaccinated does not mean that you can't get it. So let's talk about Thursday. What's to talk about on Thursday? What's something that we don't talk about? That's something that's not boring because everything that we talked about sometimes at some point in time in life, it's politics and stuff like that. But you know what's interesting? Let's talk about something about taking. Let's talk about taking life for granted. And I want to say this in the utmost respect. Like I want to show you. I want to show you something real quick. Let me see something. I'm gonna go to TikTok real quick, and I want to show you some. Let me see if he comes on my page real quick. Um, there's a gentleman there by the name of Ben, right? And Ben, let me look it up. I'll show you right now. That's not it. That's not it. Gotta go over here. Hold on a minute. Well, Ben, okay. As I'm looking through, I'm gonna show you something. Oh, here he goes. This is Ben. And I want to tell you something about this guy. He is a chef. Oh, thank you, Rayus. Thank you for the $1.99, which is $1.80 in Canada. But thanks anyway. So this gentleman that I'm showing you right here, right? This gentleman that I'm showing you right here, home. If you got TikTok, go look him up. I'm gonna show you his name right there, so you can see it. The reason that I'm putting him on here is because this is what I want to talk about: taking life up for granted. This guy is 41 years old. He was born with a congenital heart disease, right? So he can't get a heart transplant. He can at the age of, I think it was like a few weeks old, he got his first transplant, and then 9 months later he got another heart transplant. He got another heart transplant, not transplant, he had a heart operation. I'm sorry, and he's been having heart operations throughout his life. Just the other day, the doctors told him he only has a few months left to live. Okay? He has only a few months left to live. I saw another guy on TikTok that had a few months left to live, and he passed away like 2 weeks ago, or not 2 weeks ago, like a month and a half ago. But this guy has only a few, I don't know, I forgot. Like, not that I didn't forget. I had to look at his video, but I know the video that I saw, he said he only has, he doesn't have much. He just went to a hospice on Saturday, and he told the video that I saw, he was crying because the doctors told him all they're waiting is for his heart just for him to have a massive heart attack. And I say this because I feel bad for him. And I say this because like people take life for granted. Here's this young man, and I say young, he's 41 years old, and that's young. Here's this young man, 41 years old, and only has who knows? According to doctors, maybe days or a month or two. We don't know because when he was born, he said they only gave him only a 5% chance. And you have people who are going around saying Trump, 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 Biden, 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 Biden. This the Republicans, the Democrats. This is fake. This is not fake. This is real. This is not real. And everybody in everybody else's business, right? And yet you have people like this who only have this much to live, and we take our time because we are healthy, and we take our time and spend it on some stupid bullshit shit. We complain. No. We're always on somebody else's business. We don't worry about ourselves. If your neighbor is doing something, you're always looking out the window. You always want to know the latest gossip. Like, if you think about it, does that shit really matters to you in your life? Are you so not vain? Are you so into the things of not the things that are not our life that you worry about? You know what this? You know what that? Blah blah this. Well, you should be worrying about more important things, like what am I going to do tomorrow? What will I do in 5 years? What do I want to do? How do I want to help? How can I help? You know, how are you going to be a productive member of society? How are you going to live life? How you want people, not how you want people to perceive you, because that's irrelevant. But how do you know, how you want to be known? You know, and it's kind of a shame, you know, like you saw Jeff Bezos and you saw Richard from Virgin Atlantic go up to space, spend billions of dollars. Like I said before, you can spend your money the way you want to, but spend all that money for what? Well, you can go out there and you can do something positive for mankind. Think about it. Here we are thinking about that the presidency was stolen. Thinking about that Biden was a traitor. Thinking about that Biden's son this, or like Giuliani this and Giuliani that, where, you know, the things that we're supposed to care about, we don't care about. Helping our fellow man, having a better tomorrow, giving this earth better, making this earth better so when our kids live in it or our grandkids live in it, we don't have to worry about pollution. Okay? Worried about, to be honest with you, worried about how our officer is going to treat our grandchildren or our great grandchildren when we pass. Will this racism still be here? Of course there is. But I'm talking about but I'm talking about, and I say this because as I was looking for a story to read, to do, I remember about them, and then I saw this guy on TikTok. He had 2 big Trump flags on his wall playing music or whatever it be. Do you think that I'm going to waste my time putting Biden flags here? No. Okay. No. Do you think I'm going to waste my time in putting something on that wall that is not, it doesn't have to do about my family, or it doesn't have to do about Jesus? It won't go on this wall, because those things that, you know, when I was a kid, yes, I used to put posters on my wall, Freddy Krueger, Jason, because I love horror movies. You know, I would put something Halloween, something like the Christmas decoration. But to emulate someone that's not Jesus, to put to say, oh, this is the man. No, I can't do that. I cannot do that. I had a poster of Albert Einstein, and when I found out what I found out about Albert Einstein, I took it down. I took it off because that to me was a slap in the face. You know? But we have to learn not to take life for granted, and appreciate every single day that you have, guys. If you have $5 in your pocket and you know you're gonna get money tomorrow, give that $5 to someone who's homeless. Give that $5 to someone. It doesn't matter if that person is gonna use it or not for whatever reason. Just give it to that person. Do something productive. Don't care about who's going to win the election, or who's going to do this, or who's going to do that, or they spied on me. That's all that. It's irrelevant. You know why we are in a situation right now? Why we're about to, hopefully it doesn't happen, why we're about to go to lockdown again? Because people are hard-headed. People say to themselves, this is fake. This is not happening. You have people who have no medical degree whatsoever, who probably failed science in school, talking about how fake how fake everything is, how the government is trying to manipulate it, how the government is trying to control it, how the government is trying to put chips on us. It sounds so stupid. It really does. It sounds stupid. Then you have idiots. Oh, put a medal here. Oh, look. This. Oh, there's a chip inside. Come on, guys. Really? We're going back to the same thing all over again. We're gonna go to lockdown because people refuse to wear a mask. They're saying the government. This is the way American things. In other people in other countries too, say to themselves, "This is my freedom. They're taking away my freedom." So your freedom from what you say is more important than public health? Is that what you're trying to tell me? The government is not telling you you must wear a mask. The government say, "Can you please wear a mask?" Because if you wear a mask, there's no way that this virus can go anywhere. It dies because it needs a host. What part of a host don't you freaking people understand? Huh? It's that hard to do? Just to put on a mask for a few days? For even for 30 days? The most ridiculous thing that I heard the other day was a guy told me that his girlfriend or his ex-girlfriend, who's a nurse and blah, 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 that the carbon dioxide that we breathe in from wearing the mask does us more harm. And I'm like, my brain is like this. Okay, guys. I'm going to show you something. I don't have one with me, but I used to get panic attacks. And when I used to get panic attacks, what I used to do is I used to take a brown bag and I used to breathe into the brown bag. And the reason you're breathing into the brown bag is because you're letting too much carbon dioxide out. So you breathe into the brown bag and you control your breathing. Right? That's how it is. So these people saying that when you're breathing through a mask, you're breathing your carbon dioxide in. Like you're breathing your carbon dioxide in. Doctors have been wearing masks for years, all right, for decades, for 8 hours at a time, 10 hours at a time when they're in an operating room, or when there's something going on in the hospital, they have to wear masks, and nothing happens to them. These are people, like I said, who don't know anything about science. If you tell them anything about photosynthesis, they have no idea what photosynthesis is. They'll probably tell you it's a photo with a sentence. You know what I mean? They wouldn't know what it means. Sad. It really is. But yeah, we worry about the dumbest thing there is in the world. We worry about, like I said, we worry about Trump, we worry about this. You think they're worried about us? No. No politician is going to worry about you. There are a few exceptions, like Bernie Sanders, and other people that I can mention even from both parties, from both Republican and Democrat, that do care about the people. But for the majority part, they don't. So why am I going to spend my time buy a flag from this nitwit and put it up here says Trump or put it up here says Biden? No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to waste my money that I earn to do that. I wouldn't even put a poster of a naked lady there. That's not going to do anything for me. Nah, I won't. But still, think about it. We do these things and we don't think about tomorrow. We don't think about, here you are. People make videos of YouTube and TikTok, make one on TikTok, and they spew lies and conspiracy theories, and you just spend 3 minutes doing a TikTok video. You just wasted 3 minutes of your life. Well, you're gonna take in those 3 minutes of your life, and you're gonna have educated yourself. You're gonna have done something positive in those 3 minutes, right? In that 180-second time frame, you could have done something positive with yourself. You could have had a positive thought. You could call someone and say, hey, I just want to call you out of the blue. I just want to tell you I love you, man. And you mean the word to me. Or are you okay? How you doing? All those 3 minutes. But no, you decide to go on TikTok and go, the virus this, and Israel this, and the virus. Stupid stuff. And then we get into the lives of artists. I don't give a shit about an artist. I don't care what it is. The only artist that impacted me when that artist passed away was Robin Williams. And I say that because I like Robin Williams. I like this comedy. The reason I like the comedy because his comedy was never racial. He never spoke about gays. He never spoke about blacks. He never spoke about whites. He just spoke everything he had was in general, and he was witty, and I like that. And when I wanted to become a comedian, I want to do comedy. I still do. I said so. I want to be something like him because I like the way he's boom, he's quick. He's quick with his answers. He always comes out with a joke, and that's what I like about him. So I don't follow. That's the only part. That's the only thing that got me that touched me when he took his life away. Yes, Ryus, this is a self-centered world, and people think about themselves. It is true. This is a very self-centered world. We live in a world that is just me, 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 me. You have people. Let's go even further than this. You have people who are comparing the Black Lives Matter march with the insurrection. They're saying that the insurrection is nothing to the Black Lives Matter because the Black Lives Matter's people burn buildings down, that people burn courthouses down, that people burn police cars down. But these people went into a building. A girl got shot. They say, "Oh, she should have got shot." Yeah, she should have got shot because she had to get shot because she was going with him, or she already was him. Well, you have to, you have to look at what Dr. Dre is going. They said that Dr. Dre, was helping his daughter out before. Got out. You have to understand that as a parent, you can only do so much. You know, and if I have a son or daughter, and my son or daughter is not willing to put in the effort, I could be a millionaire. Doesn't just because I'm a millionaire doesn't mean you're a millionaire. You're my kid. Just because I'm a millionaire doesn't mean you're a millionaire. It means that I'm a millionaire. So I made that money. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to get some of daddy's money, you have to do things right. I'm not gonna ask you to go to college. I'm not gonna ask you to go to school. I'm not gonna ask you none of that. What I'm asking you is to do things right. What does that mean? Stay out of trouble. If you want to do your weed, that's on you. As long as it doesn't affect me, just live a normal life. Whatever normal to you is, not whatever normal to me is. My normal is different. I'm a weirdo. But whatever normal to me is, whatever your life is, whatever your normality is, then that's on you. As long as you don't as long as your life doesn't affect other people in a negative way, or you're not stealing, you're not mugging nobody, you're not raping, we're cool. Yeah, like I said, right, but Dre, you gotta look at what Dre does. There's a reason as to why they say he was giving her millions. Okay, so every story there's two sides of stories, right? Or actually, there's three sides of stories. Hers says the truth, right? So we have to look at that. Here I am, I'm a millionaire, and I'm taking care of my kid, and my kid goes out there to do drugs, and I'm not going to support that. I'll put you in rehab, but there comes a point, depending on what happens, and says, you know what, I gotta cut you off because what I'm doing is I'm enabling you. Just because, like I said, just because I'm rich doesn't mean you're rich. That's my money. That's my money. You know what I'm saying? So you have to look at it from Dr. Dre's perspective. I'm not here to defend him because I don't know the story, nor do I care. But there's a reason. Maybe there's a reason as to why. Yes, there is a three side of the story. His first is the truth. It always is. Because she's going to paint it one way, he's going to paint it another way, and then that's the truth. You know? So I don't judge him. I'm just saying, as a father, I know how struggling it is as a father. that you tell your kids do, and you're by your side, but you're by their side, and they go to do the opposite. They want to do their own little thing, and you're supporting them, and then they decide to do something else. You're like, well, you know what? I can't help you. You on your own. Sometimes you have to let go for order for your son or daughter to learn. It's the truth. You know, every race is different. I met a guy in Puerto Rico. He's Italian, and we worked together. And he says, "Oh no, in Italy we keep our children to the 30, they're 40 years old. They stay in the house. They live with us forever." I'm like, I don't do that. I'm not gonna have a 30-year-old or 40-year-old live in my house. I'm not gonna do that because that's not life for that person. How is that person supposed to learn about life? How is that person supposed to? How is my son, or my daughter supposed to learn about life? So when I die, what is my son or daughter supposed to do? Stay in the house, just work and stay in the house? That's not life. You know, that is not life. So for Dr. Dre to do what Dr. Dre did, there's gotta be something behind it. We'll find out soon because Hollywood. Hollywood got a big mouth, and it will, it will come out, and people will know. That's just that's how simple it is. So it's like who was it? There's a lot of actors out there whose kid committed suicide. We don't know why. Look at wasn't Eminem estranged to his daughter? Now they talk. You know, having I guess having a rich parent and being a kid to a rich parent is kind of hard because I guess if you don't teach them values, they're not going to know. And if you're not in their lives, I mean, because think about it. Uh, uh, this guy, the rapper that passed away, what was his name? Not Ludacris. Yeah, Ludacris. He had 10 kids, 10 kids or more, right? Was he in the lives of all those kids? I don't know. So when you become an actor, you become an actress, you become someone famous, and you have all these kids, especially for a man, and you have all these kids, and you're not in their lives, but you're giving them child support, which is not the same thing as giving them love. I prefer my parents giving me love than giving me money. You know, it's kind of hard, and then when that child becomes arrogant and or becomes a criminal or starts using drugs, say, look, you know what, you're a junkie. I didn't think you were gonna be. I didn't think you was gonna be a junkie. What do you think that person was gonna be? You never was in that person's life. You just sent money, assuming that money is gonna be everything when it's not. So, like I said, there's something with Dr. Dre's daughter. It's something, something's gonna give, and then we'll find out. You know, it happens in everywhere. I mean, kids throw the parents throw out the kids because I don't know for whatever reason it is. My parents never threw us out of the house. That was a good thing. Well, we weren't bad anyway. But I can tell you, I've heard people. I have a brother who's in jail, and I do three-way for him. And I hear the three ways from the other persons, from the other inmates, to call in their house. And you should hear the way their mothers talk to these kids. Oh, you're nothing, you're nobody, blah, blah. The sisters, oh, you're nothing, you're nobody. The fathers, I can't have you in the house if you always bring problems, blah, blah, blah. And the kids like, well, Dad, I want to change. I want to start doing. We all know that I want to change things because the person's in jail. But you think about it and you say, what has this boy, why has this girl, but in this case, what has this guy has done that has made his mother or her mother or his mother get angry at him that bad? What did he do to make his sister that mad? What did he do for the father? Say, I can't have you here that long. I mean, I can't have you here because just because they're your son or they're your daughter, they're your kids, that means that you're gonna have to, tolerate some of their crap. All right, And if your kid is good, it's great. If your kid is not good, great too. But there's certain things that you will not tolerate. And who knows? Maybe in Dr. Dre's case, um, his daughter wasn't complying. I mean, I let's okay. It says Dr. Dre's oldest daughter, Latanya Young, says she's homeless, living out of her car. Okay. Dr. Dre's oldest daughter says she's homeless and living out of her car, despite repeated pleas for help for her music mogul father. Latanya Young, who works for DoorDash and Uber Eats as a delivery driver, said in a new interview that she hasn't received money from the Beats founder in a year and a half. My kids are staying with friends. They're not living in the car. It's just me. Young, who is single mother of four. Okay. I'm taking odd jobs just to make it now. I get paid $15 an hour for the assembly at the warehouse. I'm trying to keep my head above water. I've been in debt for a while. Tanya Dre's is Dr. Dre's daughter with Lisa Johnson, from whom he split when Tanya was 5 years old. She claims she hasn't seen the music producer born under Young, 18 years old. He can communicate. LaTanya says she fears losing her rental car because she can't afford payments after moving to California from Las Vegas to her job. The car is a pretty penny. She explained it's an SUV that costs $2,300 for 3 weeks, and I only paid for 1 week. Sooner or later, they're going to take the car. LaTanya admitted that Dr. Dre has given her money in the past, but says he stopped paying in January 2020. His lawyer said that's my dad. His lawyer said that my dad doesn't want to help me because I've spoken about him in the press. I feel like I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't. All right, so from what we read here, in 2020, he stopped paying for her because she talked about him in the press. But that should be that's no reason to stop money to your daughter. That's your daughter. You know, you got grandkids. So if I was famous and I was giving my daughter money, I would say, you know what? I'm not going to give you money, but I'm gonna still maintain the grandkids. It depends on what she said. I guess he doesn't. I don't know. It depends on what he said. Who knows? Maybe now that he sees the story, he'll take her. You know. But she's renting a car that's $2,300 a week. An SUV. You're not gonna make $2,300 doing DoorDash or Uber. And what I think Dr. Dre's worth what 800 million, close to a billion, right? Yeah. Dr. J, I mean, yeah, Dr. Dre's worth 800 million. Let me see. Let's go see what Dr. Dre's net worth is. Dr. Dre's net worth is a swapping $800 million. $800 million. No, my kids are playing. Wifey's on her computer, and I'm here. So he has $800 million. Come on, Dre. No matter what she says about you, yo, you can give her a couple of mil, bro. Say, yo, here's a couple of mil, leave me alone. Whatever she does with it, then after that, that's on her. Get her a place like for a year or two, maybe 2 years. Let her go on her feet. Rihanna is richer than Dr. Dre. Let's see. All right, Rihanna. Ooh, Rihanna's worth 1.7 billion. Not bad. Yeah, I just saw it. 1.7 billion. So she got you. So you got as far as Black Americans, you have Oprah Winfrey. You have Rihanna, which I didn't know. Thank you. It's not bad. Now, my thing is this: what they do with their money? Are they philanthropying their money around? That's my concern. Because there's no point. I can admire you for. I can say, you're worth $1.7 billion. But what are you doing with one of those? What are you doing with that $1.7 billion? Are you helping people out? Forget Oprah. Forget Dre. I haven't. I haven't heard from Oprah in a while. I mean, I know she got her own. She got her own station. You know, well, that's good for Rihanna. $1.7 billion, not bad. I heard that she what is it? She got it's because she has uh, Fenty Beauty, making it the richest female beauty. Fenty Beauty. That's making her the richest female musician in the world. Yep, Fenty. Yo, Rihanna, what's up? Come to my YouTube. I don't want your money. All I need is your face. Or makeup is top notch. So she beat out me. So she beat out Maybelline. But is she into? Okay, my question is this: is she into the development of her makeup, or is she just giving up her name and someone else is doing it? Like, let's just say I do King Geo. I'm into the development of my own clothes. I do the designs. I check out the material. I want to go. If I have a makeup artist, I want to be able to say, you know what, that looks hot. Let's go with that. Or she's just putting up her name. Because if she's just putting up her name, then that's not very creative. That's what I want to know. Is she putting up just a name, or is she doing it at home? I'm laying in my bed like if I'm macking. So yeah, but it's not bad. That's not bad. 1 point. I don't know what that means. That means no. So yeah, so guys, like I was saying before, when you're out there, yo, you gotta hustle. I got beats here too. Look at my beats. None, let's say in French. Non il say, non il say in French. People working for her. All right, people working for her. So she is. Wait. But what I'm asking is she into the development of her own cosmetics? Does she pick out the colors? Is she to the design? All right then. So then that's good. So she's a hustler. So that's what she got to do. Oh, of course, not going to be 100%. I mean, she has her own artistic career to do. I understand that. But at least she's doing something. Oh, that's good. I can respect it. I respect it now. Some people say, some people buy Gucci because it's just Gucci. Gucci doesn't even have shit to do with it. But some people buy it because it's just in the name. And that person has nothing to do with it. They just pay that person for the name. Like Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan has nothing to do with Nike. You're not buying Michael Jordan because Michael Jordan is involved in it. No. You're buying Michael Jordan because it's Nike's making a Michael Jordan shoe. But Michael Jordan has nothing to do with the development of the shoe. Has nothing to do with the design of the shoe. He doesn't have anything. Not even the shoelaces. So he's just getting paid to use his name. And that's what I was referring myself to as far as Rihanna is concerned. That's what I wanted to get to. So, and that is good. So, like, yes, what we were going back to before, people are selfish. Nah, this is wifey's hat. This is her hat. She bought it the other day. I'm just using it because I didn't want to go downstairs and get my hats. And by the way, people, if you wanna gift me something for Christmas, I like hats. You can give me a beret because you French. I never had a beret before, so yes, it's wifey's hat. I don't wear. I would never. I mean, it's a nice color and all. How you doing, Shelly B? Are you chilling? Where you from? I like that, Shelly B. Cardi B's not that rich. At least not yet. At least not yet. Ah, you talking? So where you from, Shelly B? Right? You said you talking French. You're from Long Beach, Long Island. Oh, where the muscle bound people are. The farthest I've ever been to California, I went to San Diego. I stood there like for 3 days. I was gonna live out there, but it didn't work out with the person I was with. You know, I didn't go out there to with a girl. I went out there. I met this guy on the chat line, right? Back in the day, he was talking on the phone, and he was cool, blah 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 blah. So like, I go to California one day. I was drunk, so I took a plane ticket from New York and went all the way to California. And he lived in Escondido, San Diego. And he was telling me about himself. He was saying he was gay. And I said, okay, you're gay. I got my brother's gay, so and I didn't come here for all that shit. Anyway, so we were talking, we were hanging out. We hung out like for 2 days, right? Go to work, come back. We go to bars, and then you just came across my channel again. So you gotta so instead of coming across my channel, Charlie B, you have to subscribe to my channel. So when you subscribe to my channel and you hit that notification bell, so when I come on, boom, you get notified King Geo is coming on. The king has arrived. And Ryu is my administrator. So anything you say that's inappropriate, she will ban you because she is psycho. Just joking. She's cool people. She's saying she's not French, but she speaks French. But that's the same shit. She's French. She lives in Canada. Most of Canadians are French anyway. Oh, you don't get the notification? I guess you're gonna have to hit the notification button. That's weird. Let me see something. If I go to somebody else's channel, right? Let's see. If I subscribe, all right. So when you go to subscribe, if you do it on your phone, you see what it says there, subscribe, that bell? Ah, man. Well, right there it says all personalized. I know you can't see because it's blurry. You put in none. You put all. Haha, Gio got joke. French is a native language. I know what French is, okay? I know it's a native language, okay? But you live in Canada. And here in America, when you go to school, we are taught that most Canadians are French or you speak French. And that most Canadians, like France, they're snobs. I'm not saying all Canadians. I would say French people, they say that they are snobs. That's why no one gets along with the French. Have you ever seen the French in war? Huh? Why the French don't go to war? You don't. They don't go to war because they're a bunch of pussies. Okay? Oui, oui, bonjour. Comment allez-vous? Parlez-vous français? Croissant. Some shit like that. The only thing that French ever had is they gave the United States the Statue of Liberty. Uh, they have the Eiffel Tower, which I think is boring, in the croissant. Oh, and the infamous Napoleon Bonaparte. That is about it. Charlie B, you want to find out? There's a lot about housing programs. I do housing programs. The thing about the housing programs. What do you want to know about housing? Because I'm more. If you want about housing, I'm more into helping you out, getting a program that's going to benefit you. That's going to benefit you instead of housing, for you to buy a house. And California has a lot to open up a group home. Oh, okay. So that's very easy. That's very easy. A group home makes money. You can open up yourself an FHA loan. You get yourself an FHA loan, and you can buy a home, a multi-family home, a duplex or triplex, right? And that, but you have to live 1 year for that, and then just rent out the rest, or you can give it up to the government and let the government um, help you out with it, and you can do it as a group home. Because group home pays a lot. I'm on Section 8. Also, your Section 8. Talk to your Section 8 counselor and ask Section 8 counselor how they can help you. Because the Section 8 does help you to get housing. How it does it, I don't know because I really haven't got into it. But I do know for a fact there's this program that's called NACA. I'm going to give it to you here. You go to NACA.com, and NACA.com helps you with Section 8. If you're on Section 8 SSI, they help you. The only thing with NACA is that you have to go through their program, because their program, they teach you how to be financially free, debt free. Um, they'll, they'll help you to learn how to finance your own money, because when you a lot of mistakes that people do when they buy their own home is that they splurge and they want to spend here and they want to spend there. And when you buy your house, if you're like us, if we're low income, if you buy your first house, you have to be frugal. So for the first 1, 2, 3 years, top 3 years the most, you have to just be frugal and not buy nothing that you do not need. No makeup, don't get a haircut, don't get your nails done. All that money, you save it up. You know, you also can go try also Habitat for Humanity. Habitat for Humanity is another program. Is in all 50 states and in Puerto Rico. They help you with your house. You also got to go through a program. You have to do whatever hours, because each state gives you different hours that you have to volunteer, and they will also help you find a home. But the good thing about it is that as you do in their program, not only are you learning how to save money. They also teach you have to do someone else's home. So you do someone else's home, and once you finish with those hours that they give you, I know New York's like 200 hours. I think New Jersey's like 300 hours. Florida's 400 hours. Depending on the state. Or let me find out for you right here, because I don't. I want to give you something because you're in California. So let's see how. Okay, Habitat, Habitat, Humanity, California Human. I think you say you're Long Beach. What's up with you in Long Beach? Okay. So you got to look. So you got to look at here. You got Habitat for Humanity of Greater Los Angeles Restore. All right. They're open from 9 a.m. 9:30 a.m. to Friday. Mask is required. I'm going to give you the phone number for them. Their number is 310 area code 818 5224. Okay. The Greater Los Angeles. Hours in the year long. Okay. You got Habitat for Humanity. Okay, you got. Oh man, I just had it. All right, you got Habitat for. You looking at social? They got Habitat for Humanity in Long Beach, California. The address is 483 Gaviota Avenue, and the number there is five area code 562-491-1473. That's 562-491-1473. But I feel more comfortable with this one because this one has the Habitat for Humanity logo, and this one is in Bellflower, California, and the area code there is 310-818-5224. And you just look at that, and then they will help you out, and they'll tell you what hours you need or what are the requisites. They'll help you out if your credit score is low. They help you out with your credit score. They do all that. Thank you, Rayuz. What you mean? What you mean, Shelly? That the program is 4 years. First of all, what's your credit score like, Shelly? No, I gotta think. I gotta think Rayuz because Rayuz the one that's my secretary. Like I said, NACA is one that does with Section 8, and Habitat for Humanity is one that. But if you have Section 8, I would go with NACA. They're the same thing. But find out. Let me see. Let me see. I want to read to you NACA's thing so you can know a little bit about NACA. Okay, NACA. All right. You can apply for it online. NACA's best in American mortgage. This is what it says. No down payment, no closing costs, no fees, and below market rate. So that means, look at this. That's great. If you don't know anything about, you get a rate for a 30-year fixed mortgage at 1.875%. That's beautiful. That is gorgeous. And even if you do it at 15 years at 1.25, but you got to pay a little bit more. Okay, you got to do the workshop. You got to do a home buyer workshop if you're not a member, a live webinar, and a rental and mortgage assistant. And that's NACA, NACA.com. Um, so they do NACA. I got NACA from a girl in in TikTok. The number for NACA is in Boston, Massachusetts, but they are everywhere. It is area code 452-602-6222. And these are there are tens of thousands of us being thinking, no, we gotta get these programs out because these are things that's gonna help us in our community, black and brown, and because they don't teach us this in school. They don't teach you about, hey, let's go you can get a house, you can do this. If you're in a private school, yeah, and not even then, you gotta be in a white private school. See, you see, it says rental, mortgage, and utility assistance. Need help with your mortgage payment or landlord? Get access to government assistance for rental and mortgage assistance. You can sign up for that too. I want to see how people buy houses. That's what I want to see. No, they don't teach us that. They don't. I went to school. My school didn't teach me. I tell you what, though. You know what I learned in school? And I was going to an elementary school. It was black and Spanish. They were doing it. They taught us how to do the square dance. You know how stupid you look doing the square dance? I put your right foot here, I put your right foot there, I put your right foot here, and shake it a little, and do it. That's what it's all about. That's what they taught us. Square dancing. Like really. In a predominantly black and Hispanic neighborhood. Like if that's gonna like if we're gonna use that one day in the future, if they would have taught us now what we know now, then you know that listen, when you get older, when you start working, I don't care if it's in a supermarket, you're 14, 15 years old, start earning money. Stop spending money on stupid stuff. Earn your money. Get your paycheck, put $1 or $2 away every week, and you're gonna see how much you're gonna make in a week. If you can put away if you put away $10 a week of your paycheck and you times that times 52, that's a lot. If you know, think like that. Those are the things that we gotta teach our kids. I told my kids gonna turn 20. My daughter turned 20 yesterday. My other son's gonna turn 20 in December. And I told them once you reach 21 years old, I want you to get your own house. I want you to buy your own house because they're 21 years old, right? And if they fail in 5 or 6 years, it's okay because they still have time. In those 5 or 6 years, if they failed in 5 years, they can take those 5 years and they can take that as a learning experience and they can get themselves another house. They don't know not what to do. It's not like if you're 60 years old or you're 50 years old, even 50, but if you're 60, 70 years old and you're buying your first home, it's not the same thing. So I try to teach my kids to have something at a young age because put it this way, you're 21 years old. If you get a mortgage of 30 years, by the time you're 50, you already paid the house. The house is yours. And if you can pay more than what the mortgage tells you to pay, if you can pay off the 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 interest, you're good. Well, this is what they teach us in our community, right? Use they teach us to take things out on credit, right? Oh, because credit is good. Take things out on credit, and you're gonna build credit. But what they don't tell you that if you don't pay that, that messes up your credit. What they don't tell you is that you're paying double or even triple for what the original price is on that product. So if you buy a TV for $200 back in those days, even now, and you're paying 25% credit, I mean 25%. You're paying 25% on it. Just think about it. You're going to end up paying double for what that TV's worth. Student loans isn't that's true. Student loans is another thing. Right now, look, this is how petty our government is. Our government, the president of the United States wants to get only he wants to only get rid of $10,000 in student loans. And there are other Democrats who want to get rid of $50,000 loan. So if you get rid of $50,000 loan, you're getting rid of 93% of the people who own loans. So that means that those 93% people that own loans, they'll be able to afford a house. They'll be able to. Yes, we understand they took out a student loan, they have to pay for it, blah blah blah. But think about it this way: the student loan is at $1.3 trillion. That's never going to get paid. That's never going to get paid. Never. So if it's never going to get paid, just knock it off. Forgive everybody. Start from scratch. And plain and simple. So now you have these people instead of paying 100, 200, $300 in student loan, they can take that loan, they can put it in something else, they can put it back in the economy, they can buy a house, they can buy a car. No, 16-year-old don't care about that right use because we as parents don't teach our kids, you know, because we weren't taught that. We weren't taught that credit is good or credit is bad. We weren't taught take your money and save it. So in the future you do this and you do that. You know, save up money. We're kids. We just growing up. We just want to grow up, have fun, get out of our parents' house, and do what we gotta do, and that's it. And then when we hit a certain age, we're like, oh shit, I wish I would have known this before. Oh, I know that. You don't have to tell me that. I used to go out with white girls, so I know how white girls' parents are. You know, it's because white parents when they got money, and that's the thing about white people who have money, they teach the kids differently. And with white parents that don't have money, they don't teach them at all because they don't know any better. But in our community, we're not taught neither nor. We're just told go to school, be the best that you can, and that's it. Well, black, you know what it is? We in the black community, from what I've seen, it's more into maybe more sports and doing their own little thing. They don't talk about money because you gotta understand where I come from. I'm from the South Bronx, and we weren't taught that in school. So you cannot talk about something that we don't know. We're just seeing that now. You know, it's good that when you see Shaquille O'Neal, you see Shaquille O'Neal that Shaquille O'Neal is worth $300 million. You know, it's good like why you just mentioned Rihanna. Rihanna's worth 1.7 billion now. What Rihanna should do, I just thought about this now, she should go to these communities and say, you know what? You know how I made my money? I struggled. I busted my ass. I did this. Because it's one thing to say it on television, right? But it's another thing when you go to the community and you say, you know what? This is what I did. I had to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I had to take a bus to go from here to here to here to here to make it to where I'm at now here. And when you see that, you say, wow, if Shaquille could do it or if Ryus could do it, I can do it too. Shit, the bus stops right there, you know? So it's always good when black or brown go to the community and they talk about their experience of how they got there because our parents are going to teach us that. Our parents, our parents barely talked to us about sex when we were kids, let alone how to, how to maintain credit or how to get credit or how to do this, how to do that. You know, sex in the black community and in the brown community is a taboo. Yeah, that is true. But we have to get away from that mentality. We have to do a lot. We have to. You see, this is what I don't understand. You know, I want to fight for equality. I want these police officers to stop beating people up. I want things to change. But there's some fights that you don't need to fight because then people are not going to change. Racism will always be there. Racism will always be here. I want to, teach us how to be better people. Teach us how to get up there. Strive to be the best. I got people that no matter what you tell them about white people, they don't even want to talk about white people. They think that white people are the worst. You know, and that's some mentality. But I want to, like I said, I want to stop police brutality. I want to stop this. I want to stop that. But at a certain point that I say to myself, bro, enough is enough. I'm gonna end up dying. I'm gonna get up old with gray hair, and I'm still thinking about at least change, bro. At least change this. No, the hustle coaches get money fast. Well, you could get money fast if you hustle, but it all depends. It all depends on the hustle that you want. You know, people are afraid to go to put it. One simple look. I'll give you a quick hustle. It may not make you rich quick, but to put money in your pocket, you go to, on a summer night or on a hot day. Go to Walmart, buy yourself 2 or 3 bottles. I mean, packages of water, which is 24 to a pack, maybe $2 a piece or 2.50. Right? get a big ice an an ice an icer. Put as much ice as you can. Put water in the corner where the cars passing by. Sell it for $1. You're buying 24 for 24. I'm 24 for two change. You're gonna triple your money. So you sell three. If you sell three of those bags, that's 12.20. That's 12.48 for 12. I mean 24.48. That's 70 bottles right there. You're gonna make quick. That's quick. That's a quick buck right there. Yeah, you're gonna be under the sun. You're gonna be doing this. You're gonna do that. But you're making your money. You're hustling, and that's the important part. You can sell candy in the street, but it's just selling merch online makes money. Yes, it does. I was looking into Spotify. I want to look into Spotify. I want to see how Spotify works because I have a girl here who's willing to sell the merch, but But to sell merch is to me it's kind of for me it's hard. You have to have a big following. And my following is not that big. I only have 1,700 subscribers. Dime. Pero está mirando para acá, ¿qué pasó? ¿Quieres que te vea? ¿Quieres que te ponga la cámara? ¿Qué tú dijiste? Yeah, Amazon too. But Amazon takes a big percentage. You have to. The only thing about Amazon because you can do Amazon if you do it right. You can buy your product from DH. You can buy your products from Alibaba, but you have to buy a big product. You can buy products from Marshalls, and Marshalls sell it for $20 or $10, and you could double it on Amazon. You just gotta give Amazon their percentage. That's about it. And they pack it and they do everything for you. And that's not bad, you know. You can buy, people buy computers. You can buy used computer, reboot it, whatever the hell you want to do with it. You can sit it on Amazon and use it as refurbished. I mean, there is money to be made out there in this country, in any country, but especially in this company. What's that drop shipping? I never heard of that. E-commerce. There's a lot of things that you can make. Are you gonna start selling jewelry on Facebook, Charlie? I had a friend of mine who went to Las Vegas. She's in Vegas now, and she's selling jewelry online. Her jewelry's cool. She's selling for $5, and they don't turn, they don't nothing. You just gotta have that little nick and niche to it, and don't be shy, and just sell your stuff and tell the people what they're ordering, what the price is, and you start off like that. When you do start doing your merch, selling your jewelry, let me know, and I'll drop you by on my mind. But do you think you make? How much do you have to give Etsy? Because you can sell jewelry on Facebook and you don't have to give Facebook anything. You want to gain the whole entire. You want to gain the whole entire profit. Well, if you buy through for wholesale, check it out. Check how much. First, check how much is the wholesale. How much you're going to sell it for. How much it costs you to ship it and pack and ship it. So you got to do those things. You got to first find out how much is to ship. You're gonna package it. So how much is to buy the packaging paper, and it's just shipping and packaging. That's it. So if the wholesale is a good price, and you're gonna make good money while you're still shipping, while you're shipping the product and you're packaging it, then you're right. Yes, I know YouTube takes a percentage. I know that. But if you're selling through Facebook and you're just selling jewelry to Facebook, or what the case may be, and you do it live and you take your money like through Cash App or Zelle or whatever, they don't charge you. But YouTube, I know YouTube charges you for when you're getting monetized, they do take their money. And plus, man, the thing about YouTube is that they restrict you. So if you say a certain thing that's not okay with YouTube, then your monetization is limited. You make your followers. Yo tacho, ¿eh? ¿Qué viendo? ¿Está echando allá? Me está molestando. Me está molestando. Ay, Peach. ¿Qué? Yeah. So yeah, so you don't have. Well, you can go that route. Try Facebook. But if Etsy, she said, Ryu says, Etsy takes 2%. 2% is not bad. But do they ship it for you, or you have to ship it? That's the important thing. Let me see. Let me see Etsy. Selling Etsy. Okay. Well, right now it says start selling at. Oh, this is Shopify. You start selling in Shopify. Shopify gives you a 14-day free trial. Okay. Sell on TikTok. Nah. Okay, look, it says here once on Etsy, once it sells, there's a 5% transaction fee on the sale price, including shipping price you set. If you accept payment through Etsy payment, we also collect a 3% plus 25-cent payment process fee when an item is sold. That's Etsy. So if you do an Etsy payment, they collect 3% plus 25 cents payment processing fee. So if you have 100 items and you use Etsy as a processing fee, every 100 items that is sold separately, they're gonna take 25 cents plus the 3%. Yeah, but I just read it. 3% plus 25% for processing fee. I mean, if you have a big, if you buy what you want, when you buy wholesale, you have to buy it in bulk. You have to buy things in bulk. You just can't buy two or three because you don't have to get money out of it. Buy it, and if you buy in bulk, then you can put it with Etsy and let them take care of it. That's a good thing. If you buy in bulk, if you buy something that's 1,000 pieces, you're not gonna ship that shit yourself. So you just have Etsy do it, or a company that does it for you. And they're gonna put it in, and they put it in their platform too. So you don't lose out. They just charge you 3% for you to be on their platform. I don't know if that's a monthly fee that they do for you. You gotta pay monthly. If your product doesn't sell, do they kick you out? I don't know. I'm not sure about that. Yeah, you have to buy in bulk. You just can't buy. You can't buy two or three items here and there. I would start off. Okay, start off with something. I give you something simple, Shawty. Buy something. Okay, use money that you could afford to lose. Just like doing like if you're investing in the stock exchange, right, or cryptocurrency. Put money that you are willing to lose. That you can say, you know what, I can afford to lose. We all cannot afford to lose money, but you can say, you know what, I can go without it. So if let's say you got $500, that's just even if you have $100, but I'm giving you 500. And you say, you know what, I'm gonna go with I'm gonna buy $300 worth of merchandise, and then I'm gonna put the other $200 is going to go to Etsy or whatever the case may be. So if you're willing to spend that money, that you can say, you know what, even if I don't sell, I lose, but that's okay. Then that's the way you work with it. Do not put money that you cannot afford to lose. Alibaba is good. My wife don't like Alibaba that much though. You can even sell knockoffs. Can you sell? I think so. I use is cool people. Though she's French, but she's cool people. Well, a French person, man, cool. How do you say in French? I am French. I'm cool. I'm not Napoleon Bonaparte, but I'm cool. I don't eat French toast, but I'm cool. I don't wear a beret, but I'm cool. You could do that, but the flea market, don't you gotta pay for the table and the spot? I mean, if you want to interact with people with COVID, why you they got flea markets up in Canada, or is Trudeau too cheap for that? And what do you got? What do you guys sell at the flea market? Fly swats? Uh, uh, uh. Yeah, the flea market that I have here, it's Saturday and Sunday, which is a pretty cool flea market. She said, Jesus Francoise et Jesus Junior. Whatever she's probably cursing us out, probably cursing me out. Parlez-vous français? Comment allez-vous? Oui, oui, chewing. There you go, my French. Jesus Francois et Jesus Junior. Jesus Francois is the Jesus Junior. Am I saying it right? Jesus Francois et Jesus Junior. Oh my goodness, it's Canada, not Mars. OMG. She gets so offensive because it's her country. She wants to be proud that she's a Canadian. And that's right. Be proud from where you are. Canada, Russia, Czechoslovakia. What? You have a lot of fleas? Fleas. They got a lot of fleas. I'm going to see what she said to me in French. Gibberish. You say that I am talking gibberish? We'll see about that, young lady. Okay. Let me see. I'm going to find out now. Jesus. Mhm. You said I'm French and I'm awesome. That's what you said. Jesus Francoise et Cruz Junior. I'm French and I'm awesome. You know what you are? This is what I want to tell you in Canadian, in French. Uh, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you right now. I am going to tell you right now. I'm not. It's gonna say to you. It's gonna say to you. Hold on. Okay.
Tu peux embrasser mon arrêt portoricain.
What the hell was that?
You can kiss my Puerto Rican Norris. Tu peux embrasser mon cul portoricain.
What's this here?
Tu peux embrasser mon cul portoricain.
What does it say there? And if you don't see it, I gotta tell you in English. You know what it says there? What I use? One more time.
Tu peux embrasser mon cul portoricain. Tu peux embrasser mon cul portoricain.
You know what it said, right?
Tu peux embrasser mon cul portoricain. You can kiss my Puerto Rican ass.
Yes, you the American. Yes, you the American from North. I'm from New York, girl. New York City, from the Bronx. All right. Yes, it's 8:02 because Shelly is 3 hours away. She's in the Pacific Coast time. Yes, it's 8 p.m. because she's in the West Coast. She's South Coast. You know what I'm saying? It's 8 p.m. in the morning or crack of dawning. But you don't know, Rayus. When you're from the West Coast, you see, if you see a lot of rappers from the West Coast, they always go like this, or they go like this, they go like this. I have arthritis, so you can't do it. I can't do it well, but I do some sort of sign, you know. So, ching ching, willing wing, whatever. Get with the program, girl. Get with the program. If you wanna hang out with the big boys, or if you wanna hang around with the creme de la creme. Well, Geo, it has two meanings. It is what it is. All right. All right. Shelly Beach from Long Beach. You know what Long Beach is at? That's when people with muscles like Arnold Schwarzenegger. He goes, "You want to live? Come with me. I go pump you up. We're going to hit a couple of dumbbells and we're going to work out. You know what I say? We're going to work out really good. I'm going to pump you up. Yeah. You feel me? Well, guys, I've been here for an hour and 20 minutes. It was good. She's from Compton, yo. She's down for NWA, bro. Easy Ian, though. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Dre. You know, you don't know what you don't know what's up with Compton, right? You know what I'm saying? Stop playing yourself before you wreck yourself. Ah. Now, I never been to Compton. The best way to walk through Compton is naked, bro. All those places out there, gang related in LA, you can't walk when you got a black uniform. You can't walk with something with black or something with red. Best way to walk through there is naked. He's like, yo, why you naked? Yo, I'm neutral, bro. I don't want to get beat up or hurt, killed, nothing like that. Estoy viendo, dale, hello.
No,
Dale.
no.
I don't like.
Ya se lo di.
Más te vale.
Anda, a la próxima te toquito.
¿Qué? Y yo te doy un punch. I'm from Canada, cold snow 5 months of the year. Yeah. Well, anyway, so like I was saying earlier on today, I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you very much. I start working tomorrow, so tomorrow I'll be doing maybe a late night Friday, maybe 10 or 11 o'clock. So if you guys want to be on, let me know. All right. Thank you for coming on. Shelly B, let me know how things go with NACA and with Habitat of Humanity. If I can help you out in any way, feel free to contact me through here. I always get back. I always return my messages real quick. So good night, Shelly B. Good night, right? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's about those logos forever, okay? I'm not about them, but you suck. Maybe 8 or 9 o'clock your time. Shelly B. Orale.